from out of the sky. Tacos, no need to ask why. Just open your mouth and close your eyes. It's raining tacos, yum, 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 yummity yum. It's like a dream, yum, 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 yummity yum. Hey guys, how's it going? It is I, the real Randy Chavez. I'm coming at you today with a VV OMI update video, Earth 2 as well. Guys, if you're new, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. I love you all. Everyone say hello to Dashi. Hello, Dashi. I'll get started with some Earth 2 news, and then I will continue to progress into the OMI and VV stuff, and you can ask me anything at any time. I will get to it. Most likely I'll be like 20 minutes behind on comments, but the first couple of minutes is just going to be what I have to say, and then afterwards just a Q&A. So, what we have going on right now in Earth 2 is every single one of my properties that I forgot to take off listing, that I forgot to be like, hey, I don't want to sell this, sold. Like, it was not like, they were not super, they were discounted like 60% off to like between 45 and like 60% off, and they all sold. Whereas when the clock's back 3 months ago, you would have had to take your stuff and sell it for like 80% off, 85% off, and now it's you don't need to. Now you could probably do it at like 30% off, and it's probably fine. Again, for tier 1 class 1 land. I haven't tried selling any class 2 land because I don't want to. Arya Realty made a very good video today talking about, or he might have made it yesterday, but released early this morning on Christmas Eve, and he was just saying that, hey guys, we have a lot of really big catalysts. We have Binance coming, most likely, allegedly, most likely they'll be coming, and they'll be supporting our crypto, which hopefully is in Q1 of next year. I'll keep you guys posted on that. But as far as as far as OMI and VV goes, I was at a party today, just got back from it, and for a good hour that I was there, and I was there for multiple hours, a lot of it was OMI, NFT, VV talk. So what we wanted to do was we wanted to go and say, I wanted to at least first, these are the type of people that they did not care about my love for it. They did not care about how much I care about, these NFTs and my attachment to them. They just wanted to know money, money, money. And I was like, okay, well, I can definitely go and appeal to that side, and saying, okay, well, I bought this Spider-Man for $3,200, my secret rare, and I was saying, okay, well, what's the best? That's probably one of my best profits. And I was like, okay, I could sell it right now. The cheapest is 19.2. I could sell it for like 18.5. That would sell very, very quickly, and I'd net like 17,000, give or take, or the difference between me buying it for 3,200 and netting the 17 would be about 14K. And each one of them said, again, they don't have that collector mindset. They have that flipping mindset because they came from financial backgrounds. Why this is important is because you have a couple. This is where collecting and hustling intersect. Because you have people like that, like, oh no, five. Once I 4x my money, 3x my money, would have sold it. And I was like, listen, that's fine. These guys, they do that with stocks, they do that with whatever, and it's all well and good. But you have to keep on doing that, and you have to keep on hoping that there's another one coming up that you see is really good. Not all that glitters is gold. Just because we have something that's a new whatever with a small amount of mints does not mean that it's going to be worth holding long term. I would see every single newer drop, most of them being just for flipping. The old school collectibles, like I say that, what I mean, like season 1, where they have the first series of the Batman Black and White, actually the first couple series of Batman Black and White, Powerpuff Girls, Adventure Time, all those are going to be scooped up by just the long-term hodlers, the collectors. You see it already with Eddie Reso. Now, I had a conversation with somebody the other day, Eddie Reso, and I earlier today I had the idea, I'm going to sell a couple of Harley Quinns, I'm going to sell a couple of other stuff, not my Stephen Pugh Harley Quinn, but all of season 2, and all of Series 2 Harley Quinn, and the rest of that first set. And I sold a lot of other things. I did not sell Alligator. I didn't sell any Marvel, but I sold pretty much everything else to get an Eddie Reso. So I got a second Eddie Reso, which at the beginning of the day was like $6,000, and it reached like $8,000. Thankfully, after a meteoric rise, it came down a little bit, and I got it for $72.89. I'll show you guys right now. I'm not BSing. And the reason why I did that is like, well, Chavez, you probably could have gotten 2 more Todds if you wanted to. You're right, I absolutely could have. But there are 7,500 Todds that were made. There are 1,750 Eddie Resos, and you have people like that. I forget the guy, but you have the people that NFT Pirates interviewed that have 150 Todd McFarlane Batmans, which is a lot. And right now, 150 times what are they? $3,100. It's $465,000. But you just can't get 150 out of the what do you call it? You can't have those of the Eddie Resos. I do know one person that has a couple dozen Eddie Resos, and that person does not need to sell. That person does not fall into the category, oh yeah, I'm gonna buy this new thing for $100 and flip it for $1,000 because it made $900. That person does not get out of bed for less than $10,000, like minimum. So what I'm thinking, and I mentioned this on stream a couple of days ago, like I didn't just do this in the background and now I'm gonna pump it. No, I mentioned this days ago, saying that, hey, you know what? There are only 1,750 people that could ever get an Eddie Reso Batman, and well, but what happened? Next year when there's 15, 20 million people on the app, even if there's only 10 million people on the app, and 1% of them, okay, 1% of them is 10,000 people. If they're all millionaires, those 10,000 people, they can't get an Eddie Reso Batman. They just can't. And it's not like in Pokemon where it's like, okay, I'm gonna get this, PSA 10 Charizard. 120. There's 122 of them in the world. It's not like they can go and say like, okay, well, if I don't want to spend $300,000 on that card, I just buy a PSA 9 for a tenth of that, or I can buy a PSA 8 for half of what the 9 is worth, and go on down, or not even get a first edition, just go shadowless. You don't have that option with Eddie Reso. I mean, with Todd McFarlane, yeah, eventually those are gonna get eaten up. Those will probably go. Todd McFarlane Batmans will probably be pretty close to where the Eddie Reso Batmans are right now. Eddie Reso Batmans are probably close to 8K, because I just bought one for 72 whatever. I'll show you the gem transaction. 72.85. So I sold a whole bunch of stuff, and I had to wait for it to go down because I didn't have any. I have 2 gems left. Two gems left. Why? Because that's all. That's all I have. Now watch. I guarantee you it goes back down to like 6K tomorrow. Probably not, but it's just that's just what'll happen. Okay, so now there's 36 left available. That's the other thing. There's only 36 left, and 7.9 is the floor. I don't really see this going up to 10K right away. I think next year, absolutely. I think next year the Todd McFarlane can go up to like 8K, which will mean this will go to like 20. Probably higher. So yeah, I am. That's what I did. I'm gonna get to comments now and answer everyone's questions. Wes, what's going on? Frank says, snagged an uncommon Mickey on the drop and bought a common for a little over 300. They're both pumping. Let's go. Again, why is it pumping now? Because, well, next week, officially, Alex announced in Twitter Spaces the other day that there's going to be 2 comics and 1 collectible. I hope that collectible is Boba Fett, for the Boba Fett series that's coming out next week. But it might not be. You might see a little bit of a gem squeeze, but again, the past month has been a big gem squeeze. And why? Because 12 Days of Christmas, there's a lot of really good stuff that came out. I only have 1 set of Groots right now, but I do think that does pump in the future because, again, the I Am Groot series will come out next year, and that I bet you they They have something that comes out along with it. Either way, I only got one of those sets, but there's a lot of other really cool sets that came out within the last couple weeks, and people wanted to capitalize on it. But now I would not expect another gem squeeze unless they announce maybe like a Boba Fett or something really cool like Star Wars, or it would be like maybe a Pokemon or Yu-Gi-Oh, like a really big anime. But again, like anime is, as much as a lot of us love it, it's a little more niche than Pokemon. Like even Dragon Ball Z, like one of the most popular ones, is a little more niche. But anyway, I digress. Let's move on. Justin says all together now to 50K. All together now. We got Red Ghost saying, hi Randy, what do you think about Pokemons? Will there be some madness like with Disney, Golden Moments, maybe Pikachu like Mickey from Golden Moments, or it can be even crazier like Donnie, only 150? I really hope that if there is a 150, like there's only 150 mints of it, I hope it's like Mew or Mewtwo. That'll reach 100K that first week. Maybe not that, but I don't know, man. The issue with that is that the only Pokemon that could be minted that 150, are Pokemon that are legendaries that are, and let's say the first generation, you didn't have crazy pseudo legendaries. You just had, Articuno, Zapdos, Moltres. You had Mewtwo and Mew, and then I guess the pseudo legend could be like Dragonite or maybe Arcanine. But the issue is with those different types, they're not really like people love Mewtwo and people love Mew, but if you were to do that Pikachu, that'd be 100K, no issue. But with doing that with like a Mewtwo or Mew, I don't know. I don't know what that would be. Again, that would get there eventually, but in the first week, again, part of the reason why Donnie's so high is because so many people, like multiple people, got, what was it, like 10 or 20 Donnie each, and now they're just sitting pretty now. But yeah, I'm really hoping that they're really high mints, because that'll burn a lot of OMI. And everyone's gonna want one. Everyone's gonna want a Squirtle, Charmander, Bulbasaur, Pikachu. Yeah. Dev Grace is good to see you. Why, thank you. Good to see y'all. I just hope you're feeling all right. So I have a tickle in my throat, but I am feeling much better. Zero Cool. Hey Randy, Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. Even the ones you love, thank you so much. Omar says Merry Christmas, Randy and Dashy. Merry Christmas. What's up, Ethan Youngberg? How's it going? David Rosen's mom, how you doing, fam? Sabe New Way says Merry Christmas, Randy and Dashy. Mate from Australia. Oh, why thank you. Living on Earth says Reso. I know. I am the mad lad that got another. I honestly, and here's my thing, like, instead of buying 11 secret rare alligator Lokis, I probably should have bought another Reso or two when it was down to like 55 or 6,500, but I didn't. Also be advised, I went a little crazy, maybe a lot of crazy, and the common alligator Loki, I now have 28 of them. Yeah, I went a little hardcore there. So I don't know 100% what I hope to accomplish, but I do have a good idea. Red Ghost says, Merry Christmas, Randy. One more interesting question. Where do you think OMI could get in the next 3 months? Could it really reach 10 cents at the end of the bull run with everything? What will we be, or even 20? I think in this bull run, I think we could reach 30 cents before we hit the bear market. Now, not saying that we'll stabilize there. I think we hit 30 cents and then, we calm down a little bit, and then, we trade sideways for a bit. But it's so hard. Again, some of the guys that were at the party today, they're getting Bitcoin or they're getting OMI. I told them to do it like soon, but they want to wait until after the first of the year. I was like, guys, be advised, we will get on exchanges. I'm going to say latest is like late February. But earliest could be late January. And if they didn't have Coinbase, they would have to get a Coinbase. They'd have to wait for funds to settle. They could only purchase so much at one time, and they could only send so much at one time. I was like, it's, better off probably just wiring me the money, and then I'll get it for you. That type of deal. So I do believe we reach 30 cents at some point next year before we hit the bear market. Oh, what's here? Victoria Jean Pascal's Merry Christmas. Thank you. You too. Red Go says, and what do you think? When we'll see VV verse? Your thoughts? Probably end of next year. I hope. Top Killer says, buy them ultra rare steamboats. I actually don't have any Mickeys. I don't have any wallets. I don't have any Mickeys. I'm going to focus. And right now, this is just. It is what I want, but this is financial as well. Or at least what I'm doing financial. Not what I'm recommending, just what I'm doing. Is I'm just getting Marvel, blue chips, and Pokemon when it comes out. And then occasionally, like an occasional Star Wars one, but the Star Wars ones that I'll get will be blue chips. So to get that Eddie Reso, I sold my Nightwing. I sold I sold a lot of other DC stuff. Again, that's the first set. So I think that's going to be huge. So when I say that I'm focusing on three things, well, Eddie Reso is not really, he's not it's not Marvel and he's not Pokemon. It's like, yeah, but I would consider him a blue chip, not because he is more important than the Todd McFarlane, but because his importance is derived from the fact that he's from the first set, and there's so few of them, and there's going to be a lot of people that want that first set. It's the first ultra rare. It's he's just huge. Yeah, people are going to want that. So maybe I'm wrong, and maybe I lose out on the $7,300 I just paid for it, but who knows? What's up, DV8? How's it going? Says, so what are we buying here? I bought that Eddie Reso Batman for $72.80, whatever that was. And that's what I'm focusing on. I'm focusing on those three things right now. It's all the Marvel. I have every single Marvel one, and the blue chips. Like the Superman, Secret Rare Spider-Man. I have a couple good comics. I have a Todd. I have two Resos now, and then Pokemon when that comes out. John M says, I can't take it anymore. I'm gonna go broke on the app. Same. Anthony Rodriguez says, only one I'm missing is the Reso to complete the set. Maybe one day with my crypto. Yeah, when OMI moons, you'll be able to get that. At yours. Merry Christmas, Randy. Thank you. What's up, Ruben? How's it going? Wes says, really good point about Reso. Batman only having 1,700 editions, meaning only a maximum of 1,700 people can ever own the first. For the Eddie Reso, they only kept like the first 14 of them. Or 13 of them, give or take. Like, they didn't keep 40, as with everyone. They only kept the first, 12 or 30, something like that. But be advised, between me and that one other person I told you all about, and maybe a couple of other people, 50 of those gone. So, yeah, I'm just not going to sell mine. The only way I would sell mine is, let's say next year, it reaches 30K, and see, honestly, even then, because at that point, when we have OMI to NFT, and I have a fudge ton of OMI, there's no reason for me to sell any of my NFTs, because I have so much OMI. I don't have to sell one, I don't have to sell part of my collection to grow part of my collection. I can just buy it with OMI. So even at there's other things that I would sell well before one of my Resos. I would sell, not my Secret Rare Spider-Man, but maybe I'd sell a common, or I wouldn't want to, but there'd be other stuff that I would sell before that. What we got here? Robert saying, picked up first two drops on the Groot and the stamp, common Groot and rare stamp. Ended up getting the whole Groot set cheap. Yeah, I called it. I called it the other day, saying that definitely the common Groot would be. would be under retail. I thought I said the uncommon probably would be as well. Any movement of mighties seems like okay, my VV app is not working right now. All right, move on. Ruben Tenzema says, why is the market dumping after the 12 days are over? I did not see the market dumping at all. I saw, I mean, at least the Reso I saw rising a lot. I don't know what everything that I usually sell for a little bit of a discount. Like if the floor is, let's say, 1,000, I'll sell it for like 950 or 920, whatever, just to make sure it gets sold pretty quickly. Yeah. Moving on. Justin says, keeps it simplistic. I only hold blue chips. Makes sense. John says, I have a Mickey, Justin, but you're right. Christopher Silva says, what do you think about the Kripkens? So I have the whole set. Like, that's probably one of the things I should have sold. But maybe it's just like my heart or my weirdness to it. But I like that type of stuff. I like I don't have any like emotional attachments to it, but I like the Loch Ness Monster. look at this guy. Look how cute he is. And you have Bigfoot, a Chupacabra, Cosmic Cthulhu, Normal Cthulhu, New Jersey. I like these types of monsters, and to my knowledge, these are the only ones that are NFTs. And like, I could own the monsters that I love in real life in NFT form. DVS, can you explain why an NFT is and why they're so important to invest in? So, this is going to be like to each their own, where NFT, a non-fungible token, is basically saying that instead of Bitcoin, where one Bitcoin can be exchanged for another, an NFT is unique. And it's unique because of the mint, or it's unique because of whatever is on it. You can mint one of, like, let's say, my refrigerator. People have been asking me to make NFTs of my fridge forever. I can mint one, and then that's number one. And then I can mint another one, and that is number two. So even though they're the exact same thing, because of the number that's placed on them, similar to, let's say, actual physical collectibles. This is like 1 of 5 or 2 of 12, whatever. Because of that metadata, because of blockchain, it shows a difference. It shows when it was made, it shows the number, and that is like a normal NFT. Like, again, I could make one of my fridge, and in 50 years, or 60 years, when I'm long gone, is that fridge going to mean it? Well, I don't know. If I become a public figure, it might actually. All right, let's just say I make an NFT of this alcohol bottle, and I say, you know what, nobody's gonna buy that, and if they do, it's gonna be worth like not even a penny. So not just because something is an NFT doesn't mean you should buy it. And I also think that most NFT projects will not survive this decade. A lot of people that are getting cool funding, even ones that are like with big companies, they may have to merge with others, or they will not survive, because a lot of NFTs are stupid. But when you have NFTs, let's say real world stuff, that say Mr. Pags is on a lot, and he says, hey, you know what? Real estate agents in the next 5 years might not be a thing. There'll be a dying breed, because you'll have, the deed of this will be an NFT, the deed to the house, and everything will be included in smart contracts. And again, he's into that world. He would know better. I could like hypothesize that, but he knows better than he explains it a lot more eloquently than I do. And for me, if I don't have room in my place. There's plenty of people, especially men like me, that just we live like in a sty. We maybe not to the extent that I live in, but we don't have a lot of room for collectibles. Like my friend Meg, who does not have a tree big enough to fit all of her Christmas ornaments. She downloaded the app tonight, and maybe she gets like a Blossom or a Buttercup. Or maybe she gets, they don't have My Little Pony on there, but when Pokemon comes on, she'll definitely get a couple of those. or maybe I'll gift her one of those. There's some things that people are going to want because, hey, I can't afford the physical collectible, or I don't have room for it, but I can get this, and I don't have to worry about it breaking. My kids could play with it, whatever, and they don't degrade. It's something that is disrupting collectibles, and part of the reason why I put in every single thing that I had into this company is because it is very disruptive. So that's why I do it, and this is going to be... Most people don't have NFTs. I feel like most people probably don't even have crypto, so they're very, very early to this space, in my opinion. So that's why I invest. December Bitcoin, what's going on? AirTV says, I'd use Google/YouTube to research that. Lots of information, yeah. AirTV is a Merry Xmas, thank you, you too. Justin says, I feel like a boomer watching the internet take over. Yeah, this is very similar to, in like the 90s, I think it was, who was it? Nice, it was Bill Gates was on like the Letterman show, like the late night show, and Letterman was like kind of teasing him about the internet. He's like, well, you can stream a baseball on TV. Well, if you can't stream on TV, ever hear of like radio? Ever hear of this? And saying that the internet is a fad. And I forget who it was. Somebody even said that in 5 years' time, it will be proven that the internet will have as big an impact on the economy as the fax machine. And how wrong people are. I don't know if it's because they... I get it. People make fun of what they don't understand, and do not let technology pass you by. Most everyone here is pretty well versed in it, but if you're not, the best advice I could give is do not let technology pass you by. The guys that I was talking to today, they say, listen, I don't understand it, but I know there's money in it, and I know you're well into that world. Just let me know what I need to do, and they're buying OMI, hopefully sooner rather than later. But it will be within a couple weeks. Wubba says, happy holidays, you too. DVA says, I'd rather hear it from Randy. Thanks for patronizing it. Ask me anything. Top Killer says, Mayo. Top Killer says, do you hear reason? Yeah, I mean, but also, if I'm going to, let's say like learn how to do something with my car, I guess I could read a book on it, but really like watching a YouTube video and watching someone, hey, you see this? You take this off, and you put that down over here, and you can learn a lot from YouTube. So I think you can hear it many different times, but maybe that one person explains it in a way in which you feel like, oh, actually you explained it to me this way, now I get it. So yeah, by all means, ask me anything. Do other research on top of that, but ask me anything, and I'll do my best to explain it the way that I see it. Selfie King says best strategy for Ascendex. Got 4.2 million on there, and it's sad seeing it's 7 to 8% lower. Just hold, I guess. Customer service is terrible. I don't know. I think that's the risk of having it on an exchange, which is why I have all of mine in trust wallets, but that's the risk of having it on a less popular exchange. The more popular exchanges, it's gonna moon. I don't know what to do. If that were me, like right now, if let's say all my Bitcoin or all my OMI was on Ascendex, I'd be like, listen, if this is 7 to 8% lower right now, what is it going to be like when we're on a KuCoin, a Kraken, a Coinbase, a Gemini, Crypto.com? What happens then? Then is it going to be 20% lower? For me, what I would do, this is just what I would do because I'm stupid and I'm rash. I would take the loss and move it to another exchange. I would take that loss. I would just move that to another exchange, move it to Trust, just so it's not there anymore. I've never kept my OMI on exchanges. So. Mark Goodan says, Merry Christmas, Mark. Usami says, Joe, bro, I want to know what you think about the extra large apes. I love those guys, and I think there's a secret rare, an ultra rare, and a rare, I think, and the rare looks like Harambe, and I got it because it looked like Harambe, and then I sold it because it doubled. It's like, oh, okay. They have like their own clique, they have their own group, They're not high mint, so they are very rare. They're very scarce, and these people, they're pretty passionate about it. So I thought thought that was interesting. So I do like them. Anything that represents Harambe or his Harambe like, just for the memes, I enjoy. Where do they go long term? I don't know. Taco says, search for 10 minutes to get a basic understanding. Yeah, but why do it where he doesn't know where the information's coming from and he could just see it right here? I think it's cool that people like it right here. Bangers with Matt says, I would love Dragon Ball Z. Same. Royal Saiyan Crest. Would love Dragon Ball Z as well. Christopher Silva says, also, what do you think about the future of Rewind Givenchy? It's a cool logo, and I had one. I think I bought it like 500, sold it like 1100, and I know it's down now. But yeah, I think one of the first things that's on this app, one of the first LGBTQA plus things ever made by famous artists, probably going to do pretty well long term, especially when that loud minority of LGBTQ plus A are. I see that doing very, very well. I think that group, even if you're not in that group, again, I like it too. It's cool. I think that whole set, with the Amelia Earhart and the Pride, it's just good artwork. So art in general, I think those will do really well. Margot says already 7,900 gems last time I checked. Yeah. So made a little bit of money. Good times. DV8 said, not really was hoping you guys would give me a reason. Try my best. Marco Down says, update, Reso breaks 8K. Wait, really? Is it? Well, I'm going to be doing this the whole night. Like, you broke it. So I told you guys before I really told anyone, 79.69. Nice. I guess I'll make a post about it on Twitter later. It's like, hey, bought another Reso. Don't give me a reason to invest. Yeah, hopefully you saw that, DV8, the reason that I gave. VitchJ says, for those who can't reach Reso or Todd, what do you think about Batman's below 500? I don't have any other Batman, or I do from the first set. I have that first set, but that's it. And I do not have any other Batman outside of the Batman from the first set. Not because I don't think they're cool. It's just because, like, all right, how many Batman are going to be really popular and really good? And some will have like, oh, I actually really like this artist better than the others, and this artist, it speaks to me because of reasons. Yeah, they'll have their place, but I mean, I like the ones that look cool. I like, if it's just, my favorite is Eddie Reso out of the whole set, just because he's jacked. Then it would be the Joe Moderaria Batman, because it looks cool. That's gonna be my number 2, and then again the looks. I guess it would be tied for third between the Becky and the Todd Batman, because you can't see that he's jacked. He's not. That's not like an intimidating presence. You can't tell me that sneaking up on you at night wouldn't make you poop your pants. You can't tell me that the Eddie Reso, that just that's what I get scared of. The other ones, like the Jason Batman over there, that it looks cool. And maybe some people are like, well, actually, this is from this storyline, and this storyline is good because of this, and this. Like Dick Sprang the Joker, the Amanda Cooper Batman, those don't really do anything for me. There was another one that was, I guess it was part of Series 4. I just didn't even get. Or I had all of them at once and I sold them for this. But if it's below 500, at least for the Batman below 500, hopefully stay within the app. Is the Joe? All right, so the Joe Midoriya one is 520, and the Becky was 789. The Joe one I do like more, and it is cheaper, so I would get that, even though it's 520, not under 500. The other one I think is from Series 4, and it looks He looks kind of ripped. So I do like that one as well. But yeah, that's my opinion. Reef says 100 Resos out of cycle by long-term holding whales. Yeah. There's a bunch that are not going to enter the circulating supply again just because they're in the hands of whales. Taco says invest in Vivi or NFTs in general. I think most projects will not survive, but I think Vivi's number one. Vivi, you will not overtake Vivi. You cannot overtake Ecomi, what they're doing, what they've done. Again, even if I think the number two right now, maybe like Recur, and I get it. You know, like Bored Apes have they're like they are crazy popular in the NFT world, and more people know about Bored Apes than they do than VV. But I do think that might change in the future because again, when I was at this party, and they're saying like, well, what other NFTs? You know, where can I buy NFTs in general? And I said, well, in general, and I'm talking to everyone. Everyone there is like 50 and above. Like you can open a MetaMask, and you can buy Ethereum, you can wrap it, and you can get on OpenSea, and you can send it there. And they're like, what the fudge? And I was like, okay, well, most other places, it's very, very difficult to buy NFTs if you don't know, like if you're just new to that world. But on the VV app, all you do is just connect a PayPal or a debit card, credit card, whatever. You put in money, that's it. And that's it. So other NFT projects, so right now, like a couple of people that are downloading this app today, that download at the party, they don't know what Bored Ape Yacht Club is. They don't know what CryptoPunks are or CryptoKitties, but they know Vivi. So I think that the Bored Ape Yacht Club, as far as NFTs go, that will change. The dynamic will change. And again, what would you rather have? Let's say take price away. Would you rather have a Bored Ape where, you know, they're different and the artwork is cool, or would you rather have a Spider-Man or Batman or a partner statue with Walt and Mickey? I'd rather have the Walt and Mickey, and I don't have a Walt and Mickey, but I'd rather have that. Now, would I rather have a Bored Ape or something on the app that maybe I don't like? I would rather have a Bored Ape as opposed to like some of my Ultraman NFTs. Why? Because I like the artwork of some of the Bored Apes better than some of my Ultraman. But I have Ultramans. I'm really just waiting for Asia to get on, and then I could sell Ultraman for mad profit. But yeah, that's pretty much it. And that's why I would rather have some of those Batman ones as opposed to Ultraman. But I think Ultraman will do really well in the Asian market when they come on. So NFTs in generally no. But yeah, but there are some outliers. There's some cases where okay, well they'll probably stand the test of time. But I think VV will stand the best. Renziza, invest in Ghost Bears and become rich. I have a full set of Ghost Bears. Red Ghost says, Randy, what do you think with all inflation, how much time we have for this bull run? Also just bought Secret Rare Deadpool. Interesting. What's your thoughts about the price for him in a few months? Well, let's see what we got here. How much time do we have left? 6 months maybe. I don't know. Bull run could last through next year. It could be a super cycle, or it could end in March. I don't know. Either way, for me, this is a long-term hold. If let's say we reach up to let's say only like 7 or 8 cents, you know, and I sell a little bit at like 3 or 4 or 5 cents, whatever. If I sell a little bit at that time, and then let's say we go to up to 10 cents, and then we crash back down to 2 cents. I'm not going to be kicking myself saying, "Oh, I should have sold at 10. I could have rebought more." I'm not going to do that. It's a long-term hold. I'm not going to sell the bulk of it until after $1. So, but Deadpool, I love Deadpool, and a lot of my stuff is long-term plays because, you know, if you're, you know, 50 and above or 60 and above in America, you might know of Deadpool. You know, if you have kids, yeah, you might know who he is. maybe, your kids wanted to see the movie or whatever. If you're in other parts of the world where just, let's say Deadpool may not screened because it's too inappropriate, they might not know who he is. Everybody knows of the big superheroes, Wonder Woman, Spidey, and all that. But I think as time goes on, the people that don't know who Deadpool is, I'm not going to say it doesn't matter if they live or die, but if they die, well, as far as Deadpool is concerned, it doesn't matter. But because he's had a couple of movies and he was a character to be popular enough to be known before a movie came out, every kid that is now born in 20 years will know of Deadpool, or at least of him. It's like they don't know the story or whatever, but they'll know who he is. They'll know about him at least. Moving on. Especially now that he's under house amounts. So the game's exchanges end of January, I think. March prediction, 3 cents if so. If we get exchanges end of January, probably 2 cents in February, 5 cents in March. Renzi says Rivaldo's case or Voltron comment. Yeah, I sold all my James Bond ones and the Voltrons as well. Top Killer says cap. Just says I'm up from $60 to $5K in 2 days. Oh my god, that's nuts. DVA says I wish everyone in chat happy Xmas. Yes, you too, DVA. Thank you. Planet Vampire saying Superman up to 1.6 and counting. Glad you own 2. Yo, glad I did not sell him. Superman really up. There's a lot of mints of them. 8,888. But yo, 1649 for Superman. This is a good day. This is a good day. Now I usually set them and forget them. Buy them, cool. But now I'm checking the Batman every now and then. So having done this, I now can no longer buy my alligator Lokis because I have $2 left in the app. Talco says, just let me get a guess, ultra rare Mickey, Justin. Selby King says, you ain't up if you can't cash out, Justin. Well, I mean, he very well could. He could find someone to be like, hey, pay for this in USDT or Bitcoin or OMI or whatever, and I could facilitate the deal. It's fine. We got the ultra rare Mickey. DVA says 60 to 5K. What does that mean? So DVA, that means that he put $60 in the app. He got a blind box. So where NFTs drop, it means they're releasing those NFTs. He got lucky and he happened to get a ultra rare Mickey, Steamboat Willie, on the drop, and that is now currently worth about $5,000. Even though it dropped a few days ago, where they sold it for $50 or $60 or whatever. So yeah, it's worth a lot of money now. Redgo says, and for how much would you buy Pikachu if there's only 150 at market if there's only 150 of them ever made, and even if they kept 20 of them, and Jesus. Right now, I can't afford to pay anything, but it depends what OMI's at. If OMI's at 5 cents and suddenly I have $6 million, I'll pay in the 5 figures for one, for Pikachu. Ray Grenade says, what's up, Big Fool? Yo, what up, Ray? Andrew Boy says, do you think comics will have a big run up again anytime soon? I hope so. I bought a bunch of them. I bought a bunch of them, so I hope so. JJ says, so why Marvel, Blue Chips, and Pokemon, but not DC? I love DC. A lot of the comics are great. I've seen pretty much every DC movie that's been made the last 15, 20 years. Marvel just does it better. Disney and Marvel, they just do it better. And, as far as movies go, I mean, again, I know a lot of people still read comics, but as far as movies go, more people are seeing movies than they are reading the comics. And the Marvel movies are just, they're just better. They have that they have that Marvel Cinematic Universe down pat. And DC's movies are entertaining. Like I said, I've seen them all, and I enjoy them. And if someone wants to watch it, yeah, sure, put it on. But Marvel movies are just there's something special about them. And they make the most money. They're seen the most. So these characters will be more popular. I mean, again, like, did DC have that show, with the epic crossovers with, Green Arrow and Supergirl and, Flash? Yeah. But it's not the same as where they have all of, Marvel with all of Disney Plus, and it goes with the movie. It's just insane. So that's why Marvel. Um, and as again, I can. Will I add DC eventually? I mean, maybe I could add DC eventually. Maybe I could go and say, oh, you know what, DC is, but it's a lot to keep up with, and I really only wanted 3 groups, Pokemon and Marvel, because I love them, or I love Pokemon more, but Marvel just made more sense, and then blue chips. Marvel, because I have every single Marvel NFT, so it makes sense that I continue with that because I'm already there. For blue chips, because that's smart, and not DC, because how many am I gonna do? Top Killer says use 60 gems earn a drop. Yep. Justin says hodl. UVA says, so what's the difference? I'm not sure when he said what's the difference in what. Let me know. Oh, also, what I'm gonna do while I have y'all here, while I have 122 of y'all here, what I'm going to do is I'm gonna go to the YouTube right now, and I'm going to go on my live, and I'm gonna smash that like button. So if anybody else could smash that like button, that'd be great. Taco says no, everything can be blue chips. I guess it can. Oh yeah, not everything can be blue chips. Yeah, what do you say? Everything can. Again, if the internet takes over on something, and it becomes a meme, I guess that has potential to become a blue chip. But that was a typo. You said not. Yeah. That. TVW says OMI bank on dumb low prices. Last chance. Yeah. This is one of the last times we'll be able to get OMI at this cheap rate. Osama says, would you recommend completing my extra large set or invest to make more gems? I don't know. I mean, what else would you... I mean, gems won't grow. Gems are always going to be, 1 gem is equal to $1. And because of inflation, that'll lose power every year. The Federal Reserve, quantitative easing and printing a lot of money, but the apes have a greater potential to grow, but they also, I guess, can lose stuff. I think a lot of stuff from Designer Con might stay stagnant. That being said, I have a whole Ghost Bear set because I know Luke Chu, and Brendan C's got a bunch of them. So those I don't think I can sell just because Brendan Z loves them so much, and Luke Chu has a as a acquaintance of mine. I'd like to think we're friends. We follow each other, but anyway, why I bring up Designer Con is because a lot of those, it was such a whirlwind of a few days that nobody really. I don't know any of those well. Like, I don't, outside of Ghost Bears, I don't know anything from Designer Con that it didn't grab my attention enough, with the exception of the extra larges, just because it looks like Harambe. There's a chance that you could put money in there and it doesn't do anything. But they are apes and they have the potential to become memes, so if you're just gonna sit on gems and not do anything with it, or buy the collectible, yeah, buy the collectible. But if you're going to use those gems for something else, depending on what that other thing is, you might want to buy what the other thing is. Sylvie King says, can't cash out, so it's make-believe money still, have faith in soon. Well, again, there's no button where you could cash out the gems to fiat, but again, the capital, the free market works around that. It's like, okay, well, I will pay you this much amount of money for this much gems or this much amount for your collectibles, and you do it through a trusted person like me. And like, for example, I've been seeing this blow up on my hang on one second. I've been seeing this blow up on my screen as we've been going here, but I have somebody, oh Jesus, David Rosen's mom and someone else Still streaming. Can it wait till after? Where they're using me as an escrow. Saying, okay, so what that means in escrow is somebody will send me collectibles, someone will send me OMI or other collectibles that they're trading, whatever, and then as soon as I have both, then I send one to the other and the other to the other party. So it's just a way around that. So you can cash out. You just have to take a couple extra steps. Mark says, what about Coke NFTs? Common sub 100? Give us your thoughts. Merry Christmas. I would say it's a very old company. Everyone knows it. But I think part of the reason why I like it, why I have a common and a rare, is because, well, it's because you can take off Deadpool's clothes with those NFTs. Put Deadpool up here, and then you put the NFT over here, and that's how you take. It's weird. It's like the globe or the glass that makes up the globe makes it so that it takes off Deadpool's shirt, which is really weird now that I'm saying it out loud, but makes it so that it's normal Deadpool, not holiday Deadpool anymore. So I don't really care for the Coke NFTs. That's just my personal opinion. But as a brand, they're huge. Will probably go up in the future. Probably a lot. Mark Dlevsky says, what about... Oh, Derp, just read that. Taco says, Sama, invest in blue chips. Cool. What's up, Roby1 Kenobi? Because the wave for the apes are dead right now. Right now, could probably... I think if there's anything from DesignerCon that can, pick up, I think it'll be... I think it could be those apes. But again, they could not. People could lose interest and be like, meh. TVW says, only back on dumb low prices. Last chance. Woo! DVA says these files can be copied easily. You can screenshot them, but you can't... you cannot say, oh, hey, here's my Eddie Reso Batman. Let me sell this on OpenSea. You can't do that. You can try. No one... you could scam people into trying to do that, which is very wrong. Saying oh, hey, yeah, you take a screenshot. This is the NFT, Eddie Reso Batman. And again, you could try to scam people like that, but that's really not. But anyone that knows this app and that knows NFTs are going to know that you're just BSing, in my opinion. As all digital files can be copied. Well, I mean, Bitcoin's never been hacked. The things on the blockchain, if they're on the blockchain, they're on. You can see the metadata there. Learner Holmes says meow meow hi. It says if you're buying a place on the blockchain, agreed. Hanam says my dad wants to spend $5,000 on OMI, but he doesn't understand the project. I'm sure if I want to invest his money for him, because he would complain for years if it goes bad. Well, if I had a really close friend or family member and they said hey, I don't understand what you're talking about, I mean, I can't force them. But if it's somebody that is for me, if it's $5,000 and it's somebody that was a good friend of mine that was older and they didn't understand it, but they had a lot of other money and they wouldn't miss the $5,000, I would take that $5,000 and invest it for them. And then I would say listen, if it works out, great. If not, I'll replace the $5,000 for you. Just because I don't want my friends missing out. I don't want people that I care about missing out on this because they don't understand it. I understand people that's I don't want to invest in anything that I don't understand because it's going to drive me crazy. Okay, fair point. I'll either explain it to them as best I can or just say because those people are going to be very, very salty that you and your friends invested, made millions, tens of millions, or hundreds of millions, and now they're just... So, yeah. By 9 Dre says, Merry Christmas. Oh, Merry Christmas. Oh, from London. This says we live in a matrix. We do. David says, what's the blockchain? I don't have the mental capacity to answer that right now. That is something I would recommend just What is blockchain? Either Google or or YouTube. Harris says, "What's up, Randy? What's up, everyone? What's up, Harris?" YSR says, OMI and LCX are only two cryptos I own. I only own OMI. Just as remember, all I'm offering is the truth, nothing more. Will Sergeant. Okay, search up videos on YouTube for your question. Yeah, for what is the blockchain, that would be easier. Tavern Side Guide says they can just transfer the OMI to more popular exchange without needing to sell it. I hope so. Boy says Voltron or Deadpool? Deadpool. 100% Deadpool. Talcos is neither for now. DVA says, what's your thoughts on Ubisoft courts trying to introduce NFT into a dead franchise, which they killed, which was Ghost Recon, and the whole stalker stuff, which the community stood up to and got removed? I don't know any of the drama that happened with Ubisoft and Ghost Recon, but I don't know what dead franchise, like nobody plays it, like the servers are shut down. So I don't know if I know enough about that to give a good opinion. But if you want to revitalize something that is dead, all a good way is with NFTs. Like, I get blockchain gaming and play-to-earn games, that is one of the futures. You see it with Axie Infinity. You're going to see it with Illuvium. Yeah. You see it with Earth 2. Yeah, big stuff. Green Bean says, grab that first appearance Joker before the Batman Nemesis is out of reach. I have one, thankfully. Squid Cat says, Merry Christmas, Randy. Merry Christmas, Squid Cat. J-Man says, got the Guardian set today. Nice, so did I, so did I. And Justin says, Todd is scurry too. Well, let's see what the Todd's at. Come on, no touch me. The Todd McFarlane. It was at like 3,100. 37. Very good, very good. Only 130 on the market. Interesting. Renzi's NFTs are lit, right? Synox says, Master Randy, I only got 9.2 million OMI. Should I keep stacking OMI before it pumps or go hard in VV? I don't know what your ratio is. As long as you're investing money that you're okay with losing, because all this can go to zero. You know, if someone said like, hey, $10,000, what do you want to do with it? I'd keep $1,000 to pay for bills, but I would say just majority of it goes into OMI. Yeah, OMI. Realtors, Aaron Baker says, what's crazy is that when the random guys tweets that some token will be used by Walmart and it pumps 100x, but Disney and Marvel are technically using OMI and no one's talking about it. They've only really tweeted about the NFTs. They want to wait until we're on exchanges. They want to wait until we have a little more interoperability and before there's a lot more utility behind the token. Right now, all the tokenomics are in the background. You can't buy NFTs with OMI. You will in the future, but once that happens, they will push that marketing hard. Push it hard. What do you think about the OMI Millionaire song? Dude, that is so lit. Like, let me play it for you guys. At least the first couple of seconds. Oh my god, I can't. I will play the first couple of seconds of this OMI Millionaire song by our good friend, the non-fungible wonderful.
This is a quick story.
Oh god. I gotta pump this up.
This is a quick story of how I became a millionaire.
And it's non-fungible wonderful saying about being an OMI millionaire. I love that man. And the reason why I play that is because that's my voice in the beginning, from that video that I did. You know how the Comey made me a millionaire, or I went from no bed to being a millionaire with the Comey. I love it. Everything non-fungible wonderful does just slap. It is so good. It is so good. Harris says DVA NFTs give you ownership of the item and it's stored on the blockchain. Mutant Ape Yacht Club is coming up, and Junior Punks, Vivi the King though. Agreed. Harris says Realtor will change once the Immutable X migration is complete and OMI is listed on more exchanges. Also agreed. Green Bean says same win for Asians. Ultra Diamond. AVA says digital files are meant by design to be copied. Blockchain or not, I can copy the yes. I mean, if you can try to do that, but you can't sell it. Like you can't take that NFT like my Reso, and you can't duplicate it. Like you can't duplicate that and then say, oh, I have this mint number now. Well, no, you don't, because I still have it. That data is stored on the blockchain. That transaction is stored on the blockchain. So, I mean, again, can you copy like the image? Sure. Although 3D, that gets very hard to do. Maybe make one yourself, but again, you can't get that particular NFT. Doesn't says there's a lot more regulation security coming for online. That's true. It says you can copy the appearance of the NFT, but you can't replicate the exact same item, like the mint number, date, time of minting. Agreed. Taco says Vivi will be king. The reason is utility and brands behind it. Brands. Agreed. Agreed. Ray Grenade. Jonathan R says, yeah, the more you copy, the better the advertisement. However, like a fake Nike shoe, collectors will not buy the fake version. Agreed. UBA says that's a terrible comparison. I think that's a really good comparison, actually. Damon says, also think of NFTs, not just from a collector's perspective, but also general business, contracts, etc. Agreed. It'll be harder to copy than shoes. Yeah, it's like impossible. You can literally not copy. All right, so a bunch of these about copying. J-Man says MTL next month. I hope so. Or at least the start of it. Yeah, definitely. Early Dom says, isn't E2 a scam? It's not really an NFT. So Earth 2 is a metaverse, and you can buy and sell digital land on there. But it's a full-fledged game. Again, one of the guys that used to work at Binance is now attached. Dylan So from Oculus Rift is attached. Watch any of my videos or Arya Realty's videos. Yeah, that's the only thing I did not sell for a Comey. It's the one thing that I still keep putting money into every week. Brendan Z said, I've been loving Pokemon Shining Pearl. I only have 2 badges in that so far. I've been sick, I've been busy, haven't really done much, you know. Everybody says you're doing something right if you've only got $2 left in your wallet. I know, right? Howard says, anyway, it's not the place to ask about blockchain. I mean, ask whatever you want. And comics will have a run up. I hope so, but I think that'll come a little slower than everything else. DV8 says, how does it monetize and make me money? Well, it's similar to, I guess, the stock market. It's you buy low and sell high, you know, like any investment. Or next year when we're able to rent out our collectibles, you can buy these now, and then you can make passive income by renting them out next year. There's a long way to wait to do that, but I buy them because I like them. But, you know, people happen to like them also, and they buy and sell all the time. So it's pretty similar to the stock market, except it never closes, except when drops happen. Randy, in his kindness, asked me along. Yeah, I did ask him to come along because he was commenting a lot on YouTube. So I was like, all right, let me go and ask him to come on here. I like Randy for this reason. Thanks, man. Ray Grenade says, yeah, let's go. More like, smash that like button. Yes, of course. Anyone can ask me anything on here. What, Janice? I don't know what that means. Arya says, you can't learn from random strangers. I think we can. I think we're all learning here. AirTV says, currently have 110 collectibles, 7 sets. Not sure if I should sell up some mid-tier stuff and grab 1 to 2 blue chips, or bank on the Master Collector program for future drops. I think even with 110 collectibles, if you only have 7, it's hard. Like how many? You can only cash out your collectibles, or you cash out your Master Collector points every 6 months. Only having a certain amount makes it very hard. For me, I would bank on the blue chips. Anyone invest in E2? Oh, I am 100%. Taco's Master Collector program is coming like in a couple months, and points get erased in 6 months. Get them blue chips. True. Aaron says, link I sent. Again, I don't know why links don't show up here. I don't know why. Oh, that's true. Wearable NFTs. You can rent your suit NFT to player and make passive income. Renters also profit. It's a top killer saying booty. Atroy says, I heard Alex G state no anime until localization. Apparently, the licensor is demanding it. That makes sense. David Rose's mom's hitting you up now. Hey, I'm sorry, man. I'll be. It says no now. I love you, man. The small pump after 12 days of Xmas and sell some bits off. There might be. Tavern says, doesn't Vivi threaten to disable accounts for third-party trading? At least that's what they have in their rules in Discord. I don't know how they could really tell, because I mean they give you a QR code where you can just trade, and who's to say? Oh yeah, I just gave it to him to give to him. Again, right now with no MTL and whatever else, they're really letting everything slide. Ooh. DV8 says, do you play decent games? Why do I want to rent a suit? Do you work for Ubisoft? Well, you rent one because it's dapper. It looks cool. It's just a flex. That's why people rent. Taco's no problem. Does says you have to think into the future. I won't read an article on that. It's true. Johnson's saying yes. Taco says, get blue chips are better. They will make more of a profit than some mid-tier collectibles. I think so too. Tim Tan says, opinions on where the ultra rare Steamboat. I think eventually, even though it doesn't have a first appearance, a first edition next to it, most people in the future will probably look at that Steamboat Willie and they'll say, yeah, it's first appearance. Just because it is. The other one is a statue, and it's a partner statue of Walt and Mickey. So, yeah, I think it'll do very well. Naka says, Tim, it'll hit 6K plus at least in a week. It might. Jonathan Aaron works for Ubisoft? Nice. Tim says, I'm getting mixed opinions about whether to sell or hodl. Top Coach says, hodl. Has bought mine for 3.5, so I'm trying to get the most out of it. It's fair. It's fair. Does this pretend it's capital gains and hodl for a year? That makes sense. Tacos is not trying to shill. Ow. So wait at least until Saturday, Sunday, because another drop won't be announced. That's also true. And Jonathan Aaron has not worked for Ubisoft in years. Christopher Silva says, do you think unlicensed NFT owners will panic sell to buy VV NFTs when interoperability starts? It's possible. I mean, there's always people that are going to panic. But I don't know if that'll really affect us too much, though. Well, what was it? Did you see the licensed Naruto NFTs supposed to come out soon? Saw it from VV Vault's video. I know about them. I don't know where they're going to come out, what platform. I know about them. I didn't see them, though. Hoko says photos will be coming out from Woodwork. Yeah, that's true. DVA says you pretty much own a receipt, and I can copy it. Well, we have a receipt of the transactions that's on the blockchain, but no, we have the physical collectibles. And we can play with them in AR, and there's utility to some where, if Andre Jick says, hey, if you have a certain NFT, you can come to my house for Christmas. Although he didn't actually say which ones those were. But we had people in Los Angeles say, hey, if you have a Secret Rare Spider-Man, you can come to my massage parlor and get 50% off. If you have certain things, you can buy my Pokemon cards, for a discount. So let me know. Tacos is not for VV NFTs. We're going to see yes and buying receipts. Anything that has no utility, you can copy, and will have the same functionality. That's true, but we have a lot of utility. Regular says a house is just wood planks on dirt. It's true. And deed to the house is just a receipt. That's also true. Well, Woe says, yeah, but you can copy pretty much everything in the world, but they are called counterfeits, and it's not the real thing, especially on the blockchain. It can be proven in an instant. It's a good point. It's a good point. Zane says, is Storm common and uncommon underpriced? Yeah. Yes. Anything that goes under retail right now, in my mind, I think is like, that's why I have 28 common alligator Lokis. Because they were selling, like they were originally they were sold at $40, and now they're selling on the marketplace at like 38. So I was buying them for like 32, 35, all there. I think Storm is undervalued as well. So you can't copy the NFT with metadata and the ownership on the blockchain. You can screenshot it and say you have it, but it's not the same. That's true. Taco says Storm had no fans on VV right now. Yeah, I saw one of her secret rare at 749, so I bought it. I had one already, but I was like, that's too cheap. DVA says no, E2 isn't a full game. No, it's not. It's still like in phase 2 right now. Kevin says jumped in, been busy all day with madness mooning down. Most of the madness came from Eddie Reso. Most of it came from there. Jonathan Aaron says DVA's been trolling. Maybe. Air TV says watch some in-depth videos about blockchain. What's up, Peter VDB? How's it going? 2 big deals waiting on you, bro. All right, I'll get off in a couple minutes here. Do you work for Vivi? I do not. Peter says selling 4 ultra rare Mickeys for 2,000 million OMI. Okay, yeah, or 2 million. I get confused with the commas, but Cube Sniper says little Steamboat Willie blew Todd straight out the water. I know, right? It's crazy. There's a lot less mints of Steamboat Willie though. Which comics do you see as blue chips? This is more of a question for Sleep in Comics or Comics and Crypto, one of the those guys. But Fantastic Four #1, Fantastic Four #5, the first Marvel comic, that one. That one's obviously the biggest one. It's worth like 30,000, give or take. And then I think those 3 are really good. And then beyond that, that's just beyond my knowledge, beyond my skill team. Q-Star says like a drug. AirTV's put 100 hours into watching videos. YouTube will talk to you. Is it invest because fiat is a joke? Agreed, I do not like fiat. Top Killer says Amazing Spider-Man #1, Amazing Spider-Man #3. OVR Land says got a reso at 4.8. Nice. Oh no, James got rid of his reso to buy back in later. Oh no. Tacos says just in the beginning, someone sold the ultra rare Steamboat for $1.75. Ouch. Ouch. Ooh, my body. All right. I'm going to bounce because I have a deal to do with escrow, and it's a lot of money, so I gotta be there. Thoughts on Kavel? I think he's a. I hope Kavel's sick, and I hope he gets better. I think he hasn't made a bunch of videos because I think he has the Rona or something. I only wish well for people, and if there happens to be something that maybe one person is doing wrong, I hope that they realize that what they are doing is wrong. And I'm not talking about anybody. I just Kavel's a big reason for that. A lot of people are in the hobby, and that should not be forgotten. So I hope he's doing well, and I hope he gets better. Yeah. Just a civil forfeiture and eminent domain. No, but repairing the same thing. Okay, yep. Yo, what's up, Fancy Fingers? How's it going? Ray Grenade says Kavel a goat. Kavel's an OG. It's original. DVA says seems most of you are maybe less than 30 years old. Most people here are late 20s, early 30s, give or take. Versus every single ultra rare comics I bought yesterday. I'm in profit already. There you go. Keenan says, does somebody know approximately how many employees Vivi? I don't think anybody knows. James also says, so you think age has some attachment to a good investment? Like, what's your point? Yeah, I mean, when you're younger, you have much higher risk tolerance. When you're older, you tend to be a little more conservative. Air TV says, good night, Merry Christmas. Yep, Keenan says, thanks, Top Killer. Justin says, Kavel's, he got the OMI Crom or whatever it's called. Merry Christmas, Ray. All right, I love you guys. I'll catch you all later. And Top Killer, who's Jewish, I hope you had a good Hanukkah and Happy New Year. Everyone say bye-bye to Dashi. Bye-bye, Dashi. Love you. And everyone check out Star Helix, Wendy Stibalis, Kyle Willson, and Golden Assets on YouTube. And at Not Star Helix, at Hey David Don, and at EQ_crypto on the Twitter. James Wall's going with those. he's shooting he's shots fired. Aldous Habits, happy holidays. Thank you, Aldous. I respect you, Jane. James, self-against no harm. Hope you guys, bye guys. I love you guys. Bye. Meow, 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 meow.